Hi guys, welcome back to R.M.Aviation Crash Investigations. Today we're going to be discussing Swissair Flight 111. Now you may be wondering, what is Swissair Flight 111? Well, it was a crash in 1998. On the 2nd of September, the aircraft was a McDonnell Douglas MD-11. The location was off Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia, and there was a fatality rate of 229 people, or all people on board. Firstly, the Swiss cheese model, in James Reason's model, layers of defence are the slices of cheese, the holes are the weaknesses. An accident occurs when holes align across multiple layers. Swissair Flight 111 is a textbook example of latent design and certification failures combining with the time pressures and misleading cues. Now, the first layer was the aircraft design and material, latent failure. Flammable insulation, MPET. The MD-11 used MPET, metallized polyethylene terephthalate insulation, certified as self-extinguishing, but in reality, burned intensely, dripped molten flammable material, and produced a dense toxic smoke. The whole certification test did not represent the real aircraft fire conditions. The hidden wiring architecture. Large bundles of high power and low power wires routed together. No physical separation between entertainment systems and critical flight systems. The fire spread above the cockpit ceiling, invisible to the crew. The hole in that situation was the fire location was unreachable and unobservable. Layer 2. Certification regulations. The FAA fire standards were inadequate, focused on fuel fires, cargo fires, and ignored the in-flight hidden fires. No requirements for fire detection in overhead spaces, fire suppression above the ceilings. The hole. The aircraft legally certified but fundamentally unsafe. In-flight entertainment, or IFE, approval. The IFE system added post-certification, approved via paperwork and analysis, not full fire testing. The system was powered before engine start. The whole was non-essential systems became an ignition source. Layer 3. Maintenance and organizational factors. Deferring wiring issues, known for history of wiring chafing, circuit breaker trips, not seen as urgent. This hole normalized the deviance. Now, smoke checklist philosophy. Swissair procedures emphasized accurate diagnosis before landing. Electrical troubleshooting did not prioritize immediate landing. The hole in that situation was the checklist design assumed time was available. Now, the fourth layer was flight crew actions. Important is that the crew acted reasonably based on the training and information they had available to them. The delayed emergency descent, the initial smoke smelled electrical. The crew did not treat it as an immediate fire. They declared emergency 16 minutes after first smoke. The hole in that situation was the electrical smoke was misleading in the beginning and early on. The systems left powered. Checklist required isolating systems step by step. The fire continued to grow above the cockpit. Essential systems stayed powered too long. Procedures unintentionally fed the fire. Layer 5. The compression and fire physics. Active failure. Fire escalation rate misunderstood. In-flight fires can be double intense every minute. Destroy wiring in seconds once insulation ignites. Crew had less than 20 minutes total. The human response time is incapable with fire growth. Finally, final barrier failure. Loss of control. Sequence. Fire damage wiring. Autopilot disconnects. Flight instruments fail. Smoke overwhelms cockpit. Aircraft enters uncontrolled descent. And then the impact with the ocean. Final hole was there was no survivability or escape path once systems had failed. Why this accident is a perfect Swiss cheese case. The layer, which was the design, failed because of the flammable insulation. The certification failed because unrealistic fire tests. The regulation failed because there was no hidden fire protection. The organisation failed because non-urgent procedures. The crew failed because of time underestimation. And the physics failed because the fire grew faster than the humans could figure that it would. So there's no single failure that caused Swissair Flight 333. Every layer failed just enough to cause this major accident. Now, the safety changes after Swissair Flight 333 there was major reforms, including the removal of MPET insulation worldwide, stricter wiring separation standards, faster power down smoke procedures, realistic fire testing for materials, and recognition of smoke equals land immediately. Now, the key lesson from Swissair Flight 333 showed that humans cannot outthink an in-flight fire. Thank you all for tuning in for today's episode. See you all again tomorrow, and I'm excited to talk to you about the next video that we release. Stay tuned and subscribe. Thank you.